Hey, welcome everyone to today's episode of Tech Facon. And today we'll be looking into Bootstrap container and color. We're looking into Bootstrap containers and color. And if you follow this lecture, this tutorial from the beginning, you will know that we've started Bootstrap in our previous class, and we've done how to install and how to set up Bootstrap in our project. So in today's class now, we're going to work with Bootstrap container in how to use container and what container means in our project. And so for this class, this is the component I need for my Bootstrap class. So, and how I got that, you can visit the previous class. You can visit our previous class so you have a better idea how I got that link. So now I'm setting up my Bootstrap class that will make it available for me to use in this lecture. So Bootstrap container. What does Bootstrap container do to your project? Because for instance now, let me try to load this component up in a browser and let's see how it looks. So that should give us a better understanding of what a Bootstrap container do. And we're going to use this Bootstrap container with a background color so that we have a clear and a better understanding of what we are really dealing with. So Bootstrap container, as just like the way it sounds, is a container that you can use it we use it in our Bootstrap to show or to tell the area that a particular tag or a page should cover, the total area that a page, a tag or element or text should cover. For instance now, let me say I want to clear all the information I have here. Let's start from the beginning. So if I go back to my browser, it's empty now. So now I want to make a div tag, and when we are talking about Bootstrap, there are two Bootstrap. There's two Bootstrap container. We have two Bootstrap container, and we have container and we have container with fluid. We have container and container fluid. So I will use two examples here to discuss what container and what container fluid means. So for instance now, let me say container only, and I will make another div. So let me separate them. Let me use a break tag and I'll make another div, and this other div I'll say container with fluid. So now let's give this first one a class of Bootstrap container. Call a class, and I'll say container, and I'll come to this one also. I'll say class first, then container fluid. And the next thing I want us to do is I want us to give it a background color so that we'll be able to identify what we are dealing with. And I want us to use a background. For this one, let's use a background of danger. And for this other one, let's use a background of primary. And if we go back to our browser, let's go to our browser, and now here is it. Now the first one up here, this is a container only. You can see the text here. Why this is a container with fluid? A container with fluid will make the object that has a class of container fluid to fill the entire page, or the entire screen. No matter the size of the screen you are using, either it's a phone screen, a tablet screen, or a laptop screen, a container with fluid we fill the entire width of the screen from the left to the right. While container only, we give it a margin from the left and also from the right. So it's not going to fill the entire screen. So that is how you make use of container in your Bootstrap. And now the second thing I want us to look into again is color in Bootstrap. So now let's use color. In this first one here, we have a text inside that I want us to change the color. How do you change a text color in Bootstrap? To change the text color, just write text and specify the color you want to use. Well, here we are using the background of primary, and color that should go on very well with this primary background should be something like, let's use white. Well, we can use white or you can use light, PG light. And let's use the same thing in the background, in the container with fluid. We say test light, and we have so many text color in Bootstrap. You can have text light, you can have black, you can have dark, you can have primary, you can have sussex, you can have secondary, you can have info, warning, danger, and so on and so forth. So now we've given this text here, this div here, a color. So let's look at how it is in our browser. So now the text color already changed white. Now we have white color here, and let's do something more to this. Let's say now we want to change the background color from primary to something else. Let's say we are changing it from primary to info, and we are changing this one from danger to maybe something like secondary, changing from danger to secondary. So good. Let's go back to our browser, and now you can see we have a blended color in our page. So that is how you make use of container in Bootstrap and color also in Bootstrap. Thank you so much for the class. Thank you for your time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, so that we will get more of this content to you. Thank you so much. See you in the next lecture.